All right, on this episode of Bouts Talking Bouts, happy to be talking to an individual with a big fight going down on July the 30th. It is a middleweight clash. Leandro Ataides taking on Aung La N Sang, and I'm welcoming Aung back on the show. How are you doing there, man? Seems like you're having a good time there from what you were saying before we got going.
I'm good, man. Training's going good. Everything's well, healthy and ready to go. Flying out on Friday, so we fight next Friday, which will be Friday morning for you guys.
Yeah, going to be a great fight for sure there, man, and just somebody that is positioned pretty decently in the division there, a former, middleweight title challenger and all. Like, when was this fight initially kind of put on your radar, and what were your thoughts when the matchup was put out there?
Found out about 4 weeks ago, and if they offered me a fight, I never turned down any fight. So I took the fight. They initially gave me a different opponent, but he didn't have the COVID vaccine, and they gave me Leandro, and I'm down for whoever. I just want to get back to work.
Yeah, because you were talking about wanting to get in at least a couple more fights, few more fights, even that last go around there previous to the Reinier de Ridder fight.
Yeah, last fight just felt like a 5 5-round grappling match. So just wanted to get back in there and get back to work. Put on great shows for the fans. Put on something that fans like to watch.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious, just quickly touching on that last fight there with Reinier de Ridder, just, on the basis that it was the last one. Like, you'd had a quote a while ago where you were saying winning gives you confidence, but losing gives you character. I mean, just there you were likening it to more of a grappling match, but, like, was there anything you took away from that last fight there, or not so much?
No, for sure. The grappling, like the exchanges, I went back and watched it. My hand positioning, my body positioning was a little bit off. You learn and grow from your losses. I have so much. I had a lot of losses in my career, and after every loss, I become better. And I'm not like one of those that are. I'm humble enough, and I don't have an ego that I can go back and look at it and grow from it.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, there's been some pictures going around of Leandro Ataides just, getting in that training there with Reinier de Ridder as of late, someone who is also a former opponent of RDR there. What do you make of that training dynamic there, if anything at all?
I think it's silly. It's very silly because he almost beat Reinier, and Reinier is a champion. Why would you want to go? It makes no sense to me, but it's just like you're so close to the title, and you're gonna train with this guy again. Like, it makes no sense to me, but good for him. Do what he wills. It's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah, that is a fair point. Maybe he's banking on the idea that Reinier de Ridder is gonna try to contend for that heavyweight title, and maybe things clear up at middleweight. But yeah, that is a curious sort of aspect.
Yeah, makes no sense at all. But he can do him, and I'll do me.
No, that's what it's. No, it's yeah.
Logically speaking, if you're a middleweight, wouldn't you want to fight for the middleweight? And it's just weird, in my opinion, for both of them.
Yeah, it seems like.
But I'm coming, so I'm coming after both of them, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, both of those guys on the proverbial radar there. It seems like there's a lot of individuals you're chomping at the bit to get in there and test skills with. But you were talking about doing you, and it seems like that's extending to putting in that work at Sanford MMA. Can you talk to the importance of Sanford MMA gym culture in terms of like how important that is to you, just your growth as a fighter? Because it seems pretty key.
Yeah, it's a very tight knit, strong bonded group of guys that just wants to see, teammates and training partners succeed and grow, and don't get me wrong, every session, like, mad at these guys for trying to mess me up, you know. And I'm sure they're pretty pissed at me for beating them up or whatever, you know. Like, but it's a good dynamic. We push each other, and every day, no drama, just work hard and try to grow, and we have a great bond, you know.
Yeah, I think I'd seen you had that photo with Brendan Allen a bit ago where both of you were with your daughters there in the gym, and I just thought that was a really cool photo.
Yeah. We have guys, you know, that compete in different, you know, promotions, but we're all working towards the betterment of our future and our family, you know, so we're just regular guys, man.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like the family, big motivation and stuff like that. Like, I think you'd had a Instagram post a bit ago where you're talking about how like sometimes like when you get really going with the stroller, that can be good cardio and stuff like that. So I thought that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah. We more than anything, we're human. You know, we're parents, we're husbands, we're friends, teammates. You know, but fighting is what we love, and we're blessed to be able to do what we love.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can hear you. I was just gonna say, do you find like your kids are starting to like really get that like comprehensive understanding of what dad does? You know what I mean? Because I feel like with certain fighters, like when the kids are like pretty early on in their development, they don't necessarily, I guess, understand the full gravity of it. Like how aware are your kids of just what you do and just your profile in the sport?
Well, I think that they. I think I'm more than anything, I'm their dad. You know, more than anything, I'm their loving, caring dad. Can you hear me? Like I might be an MMA fighter, you know, whatever, but more than anything, I'm like the loving and caring dad.
Yeah, that definitely comes across, man. You seem like a caring guy and a very empathetic individual in a number of regards. That's why it bums me out to see just the situation in Myanmar and the fact that it hasn't really, been improving as much as I would hope for. I can only imagine how you feel in that regard, man.
Yeah, it's sad, man. The situation's sad, and with the new variant of COVID, it's been hard. It's hit Myanmar hard, and we don't have the facility and the things to care for the patients and such. So it's very sad. Right? Yes, thank you. Sato is in the back here. Hi, Sato.
That's all good.
We just came back from Gilbert's birthday. So wish Gilbert happy birthday. Yeah. And Sato needs a fight. Yeah. Give him a fight. Waiting for some news. Hi, brother. All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Yeah. But it's weird times, and it's not good, and we just have to be like thankful that we live in the United States, you know.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that situation, even with Phoe Thaw, like I'd seen you posted a photo of that. Just, yeah. I mean, what a sad situation. Like you said, a guy that's a gentleman, a good-hearted human being. It's just like kind of the theme you're talking about before. It's like at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and just we got to try to get through this life together and try to treat everybody with a modicum of kindness. Like that situation is just beyond words. I wish I had a perfect way to just describe how visceral and unfortunate that all is there.
It's very, very unfortunate, and like I can't explain the pain that Phoe Thaw goes through, And Phoe Thaw is just like me. He had that same passion for MMA and wanted to represent Myanmar and do something good for his life, And it's unfortunate.
I was going to say, during times like this, do you find yourself, because I know you had the sports psychologist that you were talking to, like per the last time we were speaking. Like, do you find those kind of sessions help with difficult things like this at all?
Yeah, for sure. And we have a good group of guys at Sanford too. Like Nate Malcourt leads like a little group. We do like Bible study, and we talk to each other, about our problems and such. And like the thing, that we talked about for this week, since Ian Heinisch is also in that group, and we're both fighting, is we get to do what we love. We're both healthy. We have to go out there and just have fun, enjoy the moment, enjoy the battle. Despite all the chaos that's going to happen, like just be in the moment, just be have fun.
That's cool. I didn't know that the faith dynamic was like an important part of like the gym culture there. Like you were talking about the Bible study and stuff like that. Like how important is that aspect of your life there, man?
It is. It's important. It's I look forward to it every week, and it's a great group of guys, man. We have a great group of guys, and I'm not even bringing religion in the picture. Just like the guys are good human beings that care for one another, and want even though in sparring and in training we go, hard as can go, we still, want to see each other succeed and get better.
Yeah, it's good to have that kind of support and to like, talk about different things and stuff like that. I imagine it's cathartic for not just yourself, but a number of the other guys and stuff like that.
Yeah. And a lot of us are in different stages of our lives, Ian Heinisch just got married. Brendan Allen is a 25-year-old guy with a kid, I'm 36, towards the end of my career. And but we're all in there. We're all helping each other out, and we're all growing as good human beings, or at least trying to achieve that. Trying to be a better version of ourselves.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing with like, even some of the past conversations we've had, because like last time I was talking about just like the myriad of different, body types, stylistic types in there. I think it's also cool to have that dynamic that you were just talking about there, just people with different perspectives, different, points in their lives and stuff like that. Like how cool is it to just hear like everybody's individual stories, just people, like you said, different timelines in their lives, different perspective, life circumstances, all that.
Yeah. And it also, it shows us that we're all human. We're all human. Like we're all human. We all have our own troubles and trials. And the things that make us wake up in the morning and go to work, and the things that drive us, it's the same. We're all the same human race.
Absolutely. And, when we were talking the last time, you were illustrating that middleweight would be the primary focus. But, I got to ask, just I know it got canceled and everything, but just, that Vitaly Bigdash rubber match. Like, do you think we ever see you two get out there and, settle the proverbial score in the one circle, or is middleweight the sole focus from here on out?
Yep, it's all going to be middleweight. I mean, Vitaly's middleweight too, so I hope we get to do it again. If not, it's not a big deal. There are other bouts that excite me a lot as well. So listen, man, I'm always down. I'm always ready to sign the dotted line against anybody. So it's not up to me. It's up to the matchmakers and one championship. They actually gave me a different opponent from Leandro, and I already signed it, but he didn't have the COVID vaccine.
Yeah, you're saying there's a few people that kind of do catch your attention, though. Like, who are some individuals you'd like to test skills with inside the one circle that are catching your eye?
Well, right now, like the welterweight champion, he called me out, and we can do that. I know Yushin Okami wants a shot at me too. that was when I was a champion too. So it doesn't. All these guys that wanted to fight me when I was a champion, let's go. Let's do it now.
Yeah, because I actually talked to Kiamrian Abbasov and I mentioned the idea of fighting you, and he seemed to almost dismiss it in the response. Like he's like, "Oh yeah, wait, he doesn't have the belt anymore, so the intrigue isn't there as much." And I found that kind of curious because like I feel like he'd still want to test skills.
That's no. It has to happen. It has to happen. If you said you're gonna be waiting for me, come on, let's go. You know, like it doesn't. Look, I will whatever the one championship matchmakers put in front of me, I will sign and I will go for it.
Yeah, I mean, you're a game competitor. Anyone that looks through your resume knows you fought a who's who. But I'm kind of curious in this upcoming foray into the one circle. Like, what do you, in like the most ideal sense, like what do you hope to, I guess, implement in this performance? Like, what do you like really want to showcase? Do you have like a specific focus, like a specific picture you want to paint when you're out there for this one at all?
Yeah, an exciting finish, and I can't tell you what it's going to be, but
Oh, sure, yeah.
something that excites the fan, and wants people to keep watching one championship, keep watching me compete, you know, and yeah, that's there are certain game plans that you know my trainer and my coaches want to see improvement in, and that's what I'm going for. You know, to be a better version of myself, to be a better and more complete fighter, to be the best. You know, to be the best fighter that I can be in this weight class.
Yeah, I was going to say Henry Hooft, a mastermind in the sport for sure. So definitely a great person to have kind of overlooking what you're doing in that regard there, man. But you've been great with your time, and it's always fun getting to talk to you, man. You have great insights on just life and just your journey as a fighter. But I want to be mindful of that, you know, busy schedule you have there, man. I want to let you celebrate the rest of Gilbert's birthday too and all of that. So is there anything you want to add sort of as a parting thought as we're wrapping up, man?
Yep. Just watch one championship on July 30th. I will be the co-main event, and it will be exciting. It will be on Friday morning, I think around 8 or 9 a.m. Eastern time. So check me out.
Yeah, it's going to be an incredible middleweight fight. Leandro Ataides and Aung La N Sang getting out there into the one circle to test skills. Again, to reiterate, always like talking to you, man. Appreciate you coming on and giving some insights again. You enjoy the rest of your night.